what would you say to somebody, an older person like us, who's going to play with the younger generation? How did you adjust to them? Because it is faster. It's a different sensibility, I think, than we were starting out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You got to play your own truth. And that means that you come from your own perspective, whatever that is. I mean, it's not like you're always playing yourself. You don't want to do that. But as far as, your view of the world, you bring that to that performance. And for Prefontaine, that turned out to be a gift because I was coming from it. For again, older people who were in the audience would come up to me after the show and say, "I'm so glad that you added that element about this because that's what I was thinking too." Because I was coming at it from someone in their 40s or 50, whatever I was then. Um, and that's what you need to do. I wanted to be careful that I didn't end up playing everyone's grandfather in scenes, or everyone's dad or the crazy uncle. Uh, but there were times when that seemed right, and that was my truth. And when they gave a reference to something that I had no idea what they were referring to, because it was something like, you know, Baby Got Back uh, as a song title, I would just have to follow the follower and, say yes and be there and, acknowledge at some point maybe that I didn't know what that, I needed to remember what Baby Got Back meant to me as opposed to what it meant to a 25-year-old.
So how would you prevent not always playing the grandfather, the dad, the crazy uncle? Would you initiate stuff?
Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, you just try to, because here's the thing: when you're in your late 40s or wherever I was, I used to be in my 20s, so I still
That'd be
remember
nice
what.
to go back to that. Doesn't
Well,
that
yeah.
seem young?
So
Yeah.
so I can still play a teenager if I had to. I could still play a 20 because I was in that. But when it got to be that you were playing somebody in your late 40s, I think I was probably a lot more authentic than one of these 25-year-olds trying to play someone's grandfather. So you've got a wider range of experience. You don't have just the experience that you're living today, but I had all of that experience. And so I think being older and being an improviser is really a benefit from that point of view because you've just got a lot more to draw from.
He's a nerd. Oh yeah, Jimmy's a nerd. He's a